My name is Kim Abel. As you've just seen, 3.5 years ago, I was paralyzed from the waist down with Guillain-Bare syndrome. To this day, I am still very thankful for the nurses and the doctors that cared for me. It definitely takes someone special to do this for a living because I know I wasn't the best patient at times. The patience the nurses had still amazes me. I remember one night during my 3-hour treatment, I was unable to sleep. I was sick to my stomach, had a horrible headache, and was struggling with anxiety. A night nurse came in and comforted me. I had never seen her before, but she stood behind my bed and rubbed my head and shoulders until I fell asleep. I know that is not her job, and she didn't have to do it. She did it because she truly cared for her patient. During my time in St. Anthony Rehab, there were bad days and there were good days. I am so thankful for the patients, the time and the faith that the therapists had. I'm thankful that they did not give up on me and kept encouraging me to do better. There are moments I'll always cherish, like when my physical therapist, Bill, would get a Sharpie and white tape and write out what I had accomplished that day and tape it on my shirt, adding a funny saying like, "It's Miss Abel, not disabled." Or when I reached my step goal on the walker and Jenna and Mitzi, my other PTs, made good on a promise to do cartwheels all the way down the hall. Things like this kept me motivated and constantly getting better each day. My doctors and nurses that cared for me in rehab had it the worst. Let me just say, I'm not a fun patient when it comes to taking medicine or letting someone help me in general. There are 2 nurses that I will never forget, Art and Jessica. Art was a night nurse who got the pleasure of giving me what seemed like 10 million medications every night. Art definitely went out of his way to make me feel comfortable when I was feeling bad. Jessica was an afternoon nurse who would help me bathe before I was able to on my own. She went out of her way to do things that made me feel normal, like helping me blow dry my hair or straighten it. Many times during my stay, I ran into the nurse who had noticed something was wrong from right during my very first MRA. She would always ask how I was, and I could tell she was worried. I told her I saw her so often that she must have been my guardian angel. My last day in rehab, she brought me a little guardian angel, and I still have it sitting next to my bed. The only way I can describe all of that is that it was the work of God. In the time that's passed since the video you just watched, I've completed 6 full marathons, 8 half marathons, and a half Ironman. This April, I ran the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon with the goal to qualify for the Boston Marathon. The qualifying time for the Boston, for me, is 3 hours and 35 minutes. My Memorial Marathon time was 3 hours and 53 minutes, just 18 minutes shy of qualifying. I did place 274 out of thousands, and I plan to try again this October when I run the Chicago Marathon. I still think back to when I was lying in the hospital bed, helpless, not able to even sit up on my own. Never did I think I would be where I am today. The care I was given at St. Anthony is why I have recovered so well. Thank you for all that you do. Words can never describe how thankful I am for each and every one of you and making such an impact on my life.